This is the Tigers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Detroit Tigers. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
I can't believe this happened. I am at a loss of words, which is never a great way to start a live Locked On Tigers postcast. This one shocked me. It really completely shocked me. The Tigers blow the save in the ninth inning. Will Vest surrenders 2 runs, and the Atlanta Braves storm back in the ninth to win it 6-5. And the Detroit Tigers have lost 5 games in a row, 8 of their last 9. The lead in the division is down to 2 games. The Guardians putting on the finishing touches of a win in the first half of their doubleheader. It could be down to a game or to a game and a half before it's all said and done. Welcome into a live Locked On Tigers postcast. I'm your host, Jake Riepma. You can follow me on Twitter at Jake_Riepma. This is the Locked On Tigers postcast, free and available wherever you get your podcasts, and of course on YouTube. It's all part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team each and every day. Shout out to the everydayers that are here and witnessing this collapse each and every day, because it is absolutely brutal here. It's brutal here. I'm stunned, and maybe I shouldn't be. I cannot believe today happened. You get Spencer Torkelson with a 2-run bomb in the 7th to give the Tigers a lead, 1 out away in the 9th, and the Braves find a way with 2 men on. As always, we're going to go over every part of this game. It's nightmare fuel. We're going to take your comments. It's a collaborative program here on the Locked On Tigers postcast. We want to hear what you have to say after this one. And we'll have our biggest talking point, our turning point, and our player of the game. The Tigers' epic collapse continues. They might make history with the worst and the biggest, everything else, the biggest collapse in MLB history. This is just absolutely insanity. But let's begin with our biggest talking point.
This is what you'll be talking about.
When it rains, it pours. And I thought the Tigers showed some life today for the first time in 5 games. And they waited too long, and baseball's a funny game, too little, too late, everything else. I understand all of that. But as gut-wrenching as this loss is, in a weird way, I wouldn't say I feel better, because at this point in the season, it's September 20th. The Guardians are breathing down your neck. But this baseball team at least appeared to have a pulse, which we can't say last night. And it's a quick turnaround, night game into an early day game. So I'm still reeling on last night, how you don't show up and lose 10-1. Compared to today, where you had this game won. And as shocking and as, again, gut-wrenching as it was to see the Braves score those 2 runs in the 9th inning, and if you're listening to the broadcast, the TV broadcast, Andy Dirks talking about how effective of those 2 pitches were that Will Vest threw, they just were better hitting. This was a case of better hitting. Sure, that can all be true, but at the end of the day, it's just an absolutely gutting loss at the worst possible time. And it's not an exaggeration to say the Tigers are playing their worst baseball of the season at the worst possible time. I mean, it could not get worse than it is right now. And you got to avoid the sweep tomorrow. You got to find a way to dust yourself up off the mat and come back and get a win tomorrow. Because you can't get swept and go 0-6 on a homestand and expect to. And even now, I mean, we are in a real race, which is just insane. And the Guardians are up 6-0 at the time of this recording in the first half of the doubleheader. It just is what we're witnessing. You're going to tell your kids about. I mean, if this continues on and the Tigers don't make the playoffs for years and years and years and years, in decades, in generations, this will become known as the greatest collapse in Detroit sports history and pro sports. I mean, that's really, I don't think that's an exaggeration to say that. Let's take your comments, because I believe we are all in the same state of shock, of disbelief. Amber leads us off. Can't believe the Tigers can't win a game when they're thinking. What are they thinking? Will Vest needed to be back in the ball pen. I don't know if, again, Will Vest has been really good in the 9th inning. He's your closer, and he didn't get it done. And it's unfortunate. The 9th inning leads off with 2 singles, and then Alvarez Jr. gets the single, and it's Jurickson Profar, the go-ahead hit to make it 6-5. So Will Vest is the easy one to point to, and nobody feels worse than he does. But every guy in that clubhouse, every single one needs to take it on themselves to find a way to win tomorrow. Demetrius McNeil is up next. Said, Jake, there's going to be some dark clouds over the Tigers' heads tonight. Their days of first place are numbered. Come back next game, and maybe a collapse is coming tomorrow. I blame Will Vest for this loss. Gray Matter, I think, explains how we all feel. He says, Alexa, play The End of the World by Skeeter Davis. Hannah Banana is up next. Shout out to Hannah in the 989. I'm so done with this team. If I have to watch Riley Green strike out one more time, I might have to check myself into the loony bin. I can't take it. Yeah, Riley Green's done nothing. I mean, I know the numbers are staggering of what he is on this homestand in particular. Another brutal outing, 0 for 4, and 2 strikeouts for Riley Green. Just brutal. Now, some good moments, like I said, the Spencer's Torkelson home run, the Zach McKinstry home run to tie it. But, man, you just can't come up with a worse time for this team to be playing their worst baseball in the entire season. It's just staggering. It's just pain. That's exactly what it is from the 711 SMB. Pain. Cool Blue 71. They are done. And as crazy as it is, this Tigers team still is in the driver's seat because they have the lead. They just got to go out and win the rest of their games. I mean, oh my, I just can't believe it. Oh, man. Mike F is up next. Hinch saying there was a lot of good in today's game. Yeah, there was. I agree with that, actually. I mean, I'm sure Hinch is talking right now. I had to shut the post game off when I hopped on live here. And it's tough to do a instant live reaction show after being gutted like that, but you have to feel like this Tigers team, this is where the rubber meets the road. If they lose tomorrow, I mean, stick a fork in them. I really do believe that. And like I said, we'll have to tell generations and generations for years and years and years to come about this Tigers team that choked away one of the biggest division leads in MLB history. Whew. Travis Wayne says as soon as Will Vest gave up those 2 hits, he said, pull him. And who? I mean, Finnegan had already pitched. Finnegan gives up a home run, by the way. That gets overshadowed for a bit here, too. A lot of holes on this team. And that's what we all said. That's exactly what we all said about this team. A lot of holes. All right, let's keep the lights on here at Lockdown. We'll continue taking your comments. And again, I've got no baseball analysis for this one. It's the point in the season where the show is real simple. Did you win the game? No. How'd you lose it? Blown save in the 9th. That's what we're talking about next on Live Lockdown Tigers Postcast. This episode of the Locked On Tigers Postcast is brought to you by Zippix Toothpicks. Whether you're looking for nicotine satisfaction or an energy boost, Zippix has you covered with their nicotine and caffeine-infused toothpicks. For nicotine users, Zippix provides a discreet way to satisfy cravings and the hand-to-mouth habit without having to vape or smoke. Zippix can be a helpful tool as you work to reduce your dependence on vaping. It's available in 6 great flavors with 2 milligram and 3 milligram nicotine options. And if you need energy without the crash, the caffeine toothpicks are a game changer. Go to ZipXToothpicks.com. Use code LOCKEDON for 10% off your first order. You must be 21 or older to order. Warning, nicotine is an addictive chemical. That's ZipXToothpicks.com. Promo code LOCKEDON. Zip more, smoke less with ZipX Toothpicks. Today's episode of the Locked On Tigers Postcast is also brought to you by Prize Picks, the daily fantasy app where making the right call can actually pay off. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right means cashing in. With football, Prize Picks is the simplest and fastest way to get in on the action. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player projections, and you can turn your takes into real prizes all in less than 60 seconds. It's quick, easy, and secure, and honestly, it's my favorite way to follow along with all the action. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use that code LOCKEDON, MLB, to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code LOCKEDON, MLB, for $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 play. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Today's episode of the Locked On Tigers Postcast is also brought to you by 5 Hour Energy. Caffeine just got a flavor upgrade. 5 Hour Energy shots deliver tasty caffeine in 17 bold flavors. Each 2-ounce shot packs the caffeine of a premium 12-ounce cup of coffee, plus B vitamins and nutrients with 0 sugar and 0 crashes. And I love how portable they are. Just grab and go. Big taste, tiny shot. You can take them anywhere and get that boost when you need it. Enough with the boring, flavorless caffeine. It's time to give your caffeine a flavor upgrade with 5 Hour Energy shots. Get the favorites and the flavors you love. Be bold. Try something new in store or online at www.5hourenergy.com. That's www.5hourenergy.com or Amazon today. There are so many comments to get to, and I apologize. I haven't done enough to keep up with them. I see this one, though, from Noah Murray. I'm done with this team this year. See you next year, Jake, with the waving. Don't take it out on me. I'm sorry. Yep. And we got some Cleveland Guardian fans in the chat, which, hey, talk your talk. We've got maybe other Tigers fans too. I got nothing. There's nothing I can say about this baseball team that's going to stop you from talking your talk. Sorry. What am I supposed to say? This Tigers team is gagging, choking, collapsing, everything else. Let's get into our biggest turning point.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
I thought it was going to be that nice Spencer Torkelson 2-run homer, his 31st of the season, but not so fast, my friends. The turning point is the Atlanta Braves scoring 2 runs in the top of the 9th to get the win, and the Tigers blow it. How about our player of the game?
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
I mean, take your pick for the Braves. I guess you got to give it to Alvarez. He hits the homer in the 8th and then the tying single in the 9th. And everything that you just prayed wouldn't come into fruition did. And that's what's so frustrating about this game, because the Tigers just gagged it all away and collapsed. They've got one more against the Atlanta Braves, followed by, that's right, the Tigers and the Guardians before they close it out against the Red Sox in Boston. So you don't really feel good about any of those with the way this team's playing. You certainly don't. 12:40 first pitch tomorrow. And I want to say, I'm trying to keep up with everything about who is starting for the Tigers. They have not named the starter jumping ahead to the Guardian series. It'll be tomorrow. It's Cater Montero. Or I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong screen. That's my bad. Tomorrow is Casey Mize. Obviously, Montero was today 5 for the Tigers, and I haven't even got to Montero's. He went 3 innings, giving up the 3 earned, so he's got to be better. But tomorrow you get you get Casey Mize in a game you just have to have Spencer Strider for the Braves, and then an off day Monday before playing against the Guardians Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then you close it out against the Boston Red Sox. So brutal show, and I'm sorry, brutal show. It's maybe, again, we talk about this at length, and unfortunately the last like 5 shows have all been the same, where we talk about this team losing, choking the division. Can this actually happen? Oh crap, it's actually going to happen. And I don't really have much to offer. I really don't. And can they salvage a game tomorrow, off day Monday, and then go make a run at this thing down the stretch? We will have to see, because this is brutal. This is brutal. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in. I wish I could give you guys more. I really do, but I'm pretty shook. This Tigers team loses again. They've lost the first 5 of the homestand. Try to avoid the sweep tomorrow. And after that, an off day before the final road trip of the season, 3 in Cleveland and 3 in Boston against the Red Sox. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're a football fan, we're doing Locked On Michigan, the Locked On Wolverines postgame show after Michigan and Nebraska. If you're a Lions fan, we've got the Locked On Lions squad show postgame tomorrow after, I always say tomorrow, but it's Monday Night Football. So after Lions Ravens on Monday night. So have a great rest of your Saturday. Check in on all of your Tiger friends, because this was brutal. Tigers lose to the Braves 6-5, the final. They've lost 5 in a row and 8 of 9. See you next time on the live Locked On Tigers postcast.